Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining. How's everyone? Need to do a quick sound check as always. There we go. Hopefully, sound's working. Just need to hear myself once at least. And I can hear me sniffling. Excellent. We're on. We're live. Lol. Anyway, hope everyone's doing well. Got a bit of a cold, it seems, as always. If you've been watching my streams, this is episode 8, and I've probably for like 7 out of 8 I've already been pretty much unwell. Lol. Anyways, hello everyone, my name is Jutan Al Ahmed. If you're new here, please do consider subscribing to my channel. I do content regarding Bitcoin and the crypto space, Web3, cybersecurity, stuff like this. And if you're already subscribed and you've come back, well, welcome back to You're Not Bullish Enough, episode number 8. Is it 8 or is it 9? It's 8. Had to get that clarified. Anywho, so we're going to be going through some content as we always do, some news, some stuff that I've seen. Just a quick disclaimer, I am no tax, investment, financial or legal advisor, no advisor of such. So yeah, do take this content with a pinch of salt, as they say it. Or anywho, let's go on to my laptop screen, shall we? So just quickly to go over the normal stuff as I do. This is my website if you didn't know about it. Got a lot of tools on here for you to be nosy and see everything. I've got my official my official store here. I've got like some products and stuff of Tangem. I've got quite a few bits here if you're interested to see what that is. But yeah, my official store's here if you're interested in merch and that stuff like this that I'm wearing, or producing quality videos like this with this artistic style that I'm trying to go for and stuff. I've got my LUTs and stuff available there. Just to have a look. Feel free to have a look. Anyways, other useful things that you can see. I've got affiliate links and discount codes and stuff that you can go and check out on my website. Yeah, there's quite a few bits and bobs here, and I've just to click here just to show you my full setup and stuff. It's all here, okay. Uh, anyway, do go check that out. My asset portfolio is also here. What type of assets I invest in, and my stocks investments and stuff like this. If you're interested to see, just to get a bit of an idea. Uh, Anywho, I also do one-on-one consultations. You can probably see that down there. You can book me for a one-to-one if you're interested in learning more about self-custody, or maybe you already understand a bit but you want the best security. Or my advice is, you've probably been watching my videos on this YouTube channel. As I always do mention, all my content is free on YouTube. Do start there if you're new. However, if you need that extra hand, I am here. You can pay me for my time. That's what basically this is, and hopefully, if you book the initial consultation, we can go through quite a few bits and hopefully get you set up to what you want. Um, Anywho, the last thing, just so you're also aware, I like to add this in. I accept Bitcoin on my website via on-chain and Lightning. I've got a whole guide here on my website that you can see how you could do stuff. Check out, and you basically click on BTC Pay and stuff, and then gives you an invoice. You can pay that. Voila. Also, do besides me dying from coughing, do consider subscribing to my newsletter. It's something that I want to build up, and hopefully I'll be providing some valuable information on there, some tips and tricks and stuff like this, or maybe some experiences that I've got. Anywho, that's that there. NOSTR, if you don't know what NOSTR is, this is my NOSTR account. Do consider following me. It's a decentralized social media platform. It's actually a protocol, and there's UIs built on the NOSTR protocol. This is primal.net. It's a user interface. There's many others, but this is what I use, Primal. Excellent. This is my Primal account. So yeah, do check that out. Uh, and I just wanted to. Oh, that's already. I'll come on to that. That's actually some content I want to come on to. But anyways, as we have already done, let's begin. This is something that's actually hilarious that I actually wanted to show you before I did begin. We'll come to this, but this made me laugh. There's a comment that I always see like in some places where people, I think it's Tyler. He's another YouTuber. I forgot his surname. It's a pretty long surname. Sorry, Tyler, if you ever do watch this. If you do, hello. But yeah, I think it's him that writes it, but it's so funny. I'm shaking right now. So that's basically what I wrote here. We'll put that down. But yeah, I'm shaking right now because there was some news. That comment just made me laugh. I had to write that down. Okay. But anyways, let's come on to the data side of Bitcoin and where it's at and the whole crypto space just as a well, this is a huge circle, isn't it? I don't know what's going on here. This is something called Onyx Coin. I haven't read much about it. I just literally Googled it because what is this? It's like a 20x. Anyways, that's an altcoin. Probably a joke. I don't know. Yeah, but it's probably something you can look into. But we all know that you're not bullish enough on Bitcoin, and that's what we're here for. So over the month, as we've already seen before, let's look at the few days, right? Where is Bitcoin? Look at that, 0.4%. It's like it's becoming a stable coin, isn't it? It's not really moving much, but if we look at the charts, which we will do, it's pretty interesting. I feel like it's consolidating a bit before it goes and does pump up. Let's check the hour. Not really much movement. Where is Bitcoin? I can't even see it. Becoming blind. Maybe it's in a minus. I can't see it. BSV. Sorry. That's just so funny. BSV, I don't know if you've read about that, but it's a joke. Okay, that's what that is. It's something Craig Wright. Apparently, just to give you a quick bit of background, because it's actually a funny story which I've not mentioned before. BSV is basically another fork of Bitcoin, and somebody called Craig Wright claimed that his Satoshi Nakamoto, I believe is Australian or from Austria, maybe the two different countries, obviously. Um, it's hilarious because he basically said that Satoshi and his whole behavior and etiquette and just his demeanor is I don't like it. He swears a lot. He curses a lot. If Satoshi if he was Satoshi, I'd obviously the asset's completely different to Satoshi and stuff, but his behavior I wouldn't even support him if that was Satoshi because just I don't know. I don't like that kind of behavior. Don't get me wrong. I'm like similar, but the thing is, there's a certain way you should talk to people, right? And like the way it's just I don't like it. Let's put it that way. But yeah, it's so funny. He lost the case. He's probably apparently he's got like 100 degrees or something like this. And anyways, he lost the case versing like Bitcoin core devs and this and that. Um, yeah, he's not Satoshi, and that's what the judges ruled because all he had to do realistically to prove anybody that claims that they're Satoshi Nakamoto, right, the creator of Bitcoin, all they really need to do is sign a transaction with their private key for the Genesis block. Um, if they somehow lost the private key, well, GG, good game. Nobody can even prove they are. I don't know how they can, if what evidences they have. They probably lost that information. It's been what 16 years now since Bitcoin's been out. Anywho, that's just some stuff there. Let's actually go back onto data now. Lol. So Bitcoin's at 104,000 right now, fluctuating, isn't it, by a bit? Let's look here. Let's actually go onto the real chart, right? Um, Binance. So, funnily enough, right? What was it? I think last stream I was what on TradingView, and obviously I'm not paying for TradingView, and it was there's some ad block or something. Binance has TradingView within it, so I just thought, do you know what? Let me just use Binance, and this isn't even me logged in or anything. It's just open to the public to see if they wanted to. But yeah, have we reached the all-time high? Is this the bull market over? These are questions, but I don't really care. I think that, as you guys already know, my prediction stuff. I think it's gonna go much higher. Um, but it does look like it's reached a peak, doesn't it? We'll find out. I believe that what the maximum by the end of this year, I think then there'll be a bear market. That's my opinion. Next year definitely bear market. Is that going to happen? We don't know. Nobody knows anything. But if it repeats the way the cycle does, the 4-year cycle, it most likely will be a bear market next year. Question is, what price is going to end at? Some people are thinking like 120k and stuff. I don't know. I'm thinking, well, obviously you guys know that I'm very bullish. Yeah. Um, thing is, right, if it does get to these bullish signs, what is that? I said what, around 240, right? That's showing it like this. Is that even possible? Let's put that down a bit. No, I don't think so. Because if it does, right, let's say by here, that's May 2025. Let's say by November, that's going over the top here. 140. But what if it goes all the way up like this and then it settles month by 140, 150k dollars? I don't know. There's a lot of people saying 250, 350, whatever. Even Larry Fink is saying that it's going to go to 700k. If you don't know who Larry Fink is, BlackRock CEO, big name that you need to know if you're looking into investing into Bitcoin and stuff. But yeah, this is interesting. I don't know. Do you know what the data here shows that we are peaking? This it's a bit scary if you're shorting this. I don't ever recommend shorting anything. I always say hodl forever unless you're old, which means that you need the money sooner than later. Then yeah, I would personally I'd probably sell 70% of my assets and then repurchase in the bear. I don't do that, obviously. I don't sell any Bitcoin ever. I just hodl. Okay. Because I don't care if it fluctuates. It doesn't mean for me it's just accumulation. And we will come to that. Anywho, that's just how the chart's looking right now. Are you bullish enough? You're not bullish enough. That's what I think. I don't think anybody's ever bullish enough for Bitcoin. Look at this. Look at the way. Look at the way. That's what only in 2017. It started in 2009. It's been crazy. Like, and I really don't think it has a top. Don't forget the one main factor that you need to keep in your mind, especially if you're new here, right? If you're new to the stream, welcome. But one thing that you need to understand is Bitcoin, uh, this will be fully mined by 2140. There's another 100 years minimum of until Bitcoin's fully mined. That's another 100 years that this will potentially be going ridiculous amounts. And if you, there's something that I want to show you soon, which is like such an awesome thing that somebody created. I'm gonna introduce you to that in a second. Well, not in a second. After I do all this stuff. So, anyways, let's look at the rainbow chart. I'm just gonna refresh, even though I've refreshed it already before I began. But yeah, accumulation is still at the accumulation stage. Look at it here, right? It's saying that FOMO intensifies and sell, seriously sell, it'll go to around 600k lol. That's insane, right? But FOMO intensifies. What it finished at FOMO intensifies here in the last bull run. So if it did go, that's still what? It's a, let's just say it goes to the yellow. That's still 195k dollars. That's still not what another doubling your money. If you put in 100k right now, you come out with 200 basically. By the time the bull run ends, theoretically, right? We don't. Nobody knows anything. But the thing is, the signs you really are not bullish enough with all the signs that are there, and this is what we discuss and what we cover, right? The fact that there's so much bullish news. Do you know what I can't actually wait for? I can't wait for the bear market. I know that sounds crazy, but I can't wait for the fact when the bear market comes. I want to see what kind of news come out because there's always some bearish news. I don't know, but let's say Coinbase or Tether, they collapse. That's probably what's going to take everything down. Um, but this can be interesting. That's by the way, that's a whole another reason why I'm doing these streams. I want to keep a log just to understand exactly what's happened throughout all the years. It's an awesome video log. Anyways, let's go on to the monthly Bitcoin returns. January 11.77%. I will refresh that even though I've done it before. I just started the stream. It's increased by 0.1% lol. Excellent. Now, one thing that I noticed earlier was, uh, listen, normally I talk about Bitcoin only, right? And what's interesting is there's something called altcoin season. Altcoin normally in Q2 is when it goes ballistic, especially in February, right? This is even though this is Q1, in February normally it starts. And look at Bitcoin in February. It's always been an up marker. Look at that, 43%. Last bull run was, well, the halving was that in 2020, 2021, 36%. Look at that. If that increases by 30% next month, that's going to be like another 30K, right? That's 140K Bitcoin. Yeah, dollars. That's going to be amazing. Then what? Here, if it follows, let's say it goes up by 10% off that, that's another 14K. That's 150, 160K. April, will it go up or will it go down? Well, in 2021, it went down. In 2017, it went up. Yeah. That could potentially be like 180K Bitcoin. I don't know. We will find out, and only time can tell, right? The question is, are you bullish enough? That's what it comes down to, lol. Are you bullish enough? And the real thing is, if you're shorting, GG, have fun. I don't care. It's like, why would you short Bitcoin? It's the best asset in the world. It's just for accumulation, in my opinion. And then later, when you're at age where you've done your grinding, you've worked, you've been a good slave in the system, right? Hopefully, then you've broken free because Bitcoin's value has just gone to an unbelievable amount where, yeah, you can actually do everything without any worries. Anywho, let's. I wanted to quickly show this, right? Mempool. I don't always show Mempool on on the streams, but this is interesting, right? Look how cheap it is. This is a global transaction that can happen. If you sell, look, it's just gone down to 2 sats per petabyte. That's amazing. That's 29 cents that it cost you to transfer even 10 billion, right, in Bitcoin, as long as it was under one output of a UTXO. We'll come on to UTXOs another time, but you can, yeah, you can watch my videos on UTXOs and stuff like this. We're not going to cover that. We've already cool. So let's just quickly go over what Michael Saylor's doing. This is Michael Saylor's tracker. 48.43 billion is what is Bitcoin's worth. It still has 461,000. Sorry, I'm coughing and I'm dying. I'm not well. It is 63,552 is the DCA average. Amazing. MicroStrategy has decreased in value. Uh, there's a lot of FUD around MicroStrategy right now, and I'll come on to why. Because don't forget, Michael Saylor kept on saying the fact that, Bitcoin, 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 and recently, that's somewhere down here, but we'll come on to that. But just a spoiler: in one of his latest tweets, he said crypto. He used the terminology crypto. We all know that Bitcoin and crypto are two different things. Okay. Um. Anywho, let's come on to this. This is what I wanted to show you, right? So this is this person here called Bitcoin Limit, right? Just a quick shout out to them because they created something which I actually, as soon as they posted it, I basically put my name on the list and stuff. They created something called a BTC Frame. The BTC Frame is free open source live Bitcoin dashboard providing real time insights at btcframe.com. I don't know. Uh, I don't know if he's or he or she um, has put this like on a GitHub and out there. I haven't seen that, or if they just mean from their website it's open source. But they're basically selling some frames, which is awesome. Okay, so the BT frame is the world's first physical Bitcoin dashboard, also available as smart frames. Pre-sale starting soon. Posting live data every 2 hours, built by Bitcoin Limit. Okay, and this is his website. This is amazing. Let me show you. So this is the dashboard. It's got 21 pages of this dashboard. I'm going to go through all of them just to show you some quick things. But yeah, look at this quick snapshot. You can have this in full screen, right? On, I don't know, a monitor or something. And it shows you the price, sats per dollar, under 1,000 sats per dollar, right? Sats per petabyte 2, as we saw in Mempool. what block height it is at, what the current hash rate is, the difficulty, uh, circulating supply. As we know, there'll only be 21 million. Obviously, it's not been fully mined yet. The 2 trillion market cap, and the difficulty adjustment, the 79 blocks remaining before the difficulty is adjusted to meet the threshold. So it can't be just one, I don't know, company that's trying to take all the Bitcoin, which is amazing. Anywho, the next thing is just showing the price there. Look. I just want to comprehensively go through this whole dashboard because seriously, it's amazing. Well done to Bitcoin. What was his name? Bitcoin Limits that created it. Like seriously, well done. Amazing work. Seriously, pat on the back. I really listen. I really appreciate the fact that you've created something like this. It's just I like visuals. It's something nice to see, and it's lovely that you made a frame as well. Hopefully, I do make a purchase of that. Anywho, this is the currency. So USD 104,000 euros GBP. Yes, rep representing my country, the United Kingdom. Lol. 84,010 is what is that? Uh, so remaining blocks left until the next halving. Yeah, and potentially the halving date. Obviously, this can change a bit, but we're only 19% in. Look at this. This is just amazing. Really good work rate. Seriously. Uh, how much, what the hash rate is. Look at this. Hash rate has just been on an increase, hasn't it? Uh, anyways, let's look at, wow. Wow. This is just art. Like, I'd love to have this on like a 75-inch um, frame, just covering the whole wall, right? And then just playing. Absolutely beautiful. Look how mesmerizing this is. I really love it. Seriously, it's well done. Bitcoin clock. Maybe one feature to add, by the way. Oh, sorry, I can pause it. Yes, I can. So I can just leave it on the screen as well. Sorry, you've got the feature. You're too intelligent, mate. You think of everything. Well done. Seriously. Anywho, public Bitcoin nodes. What's interesting is there's no dots here. I can't see no dots that it's showing. Maybe it's just a map, but it's just telling us how many nodes. What would be nice is like the Lightning network that you have. Well, that Bitcoin has. Like this, something like this would be pretty. If you were able to do an add on to that, I don't know. Up to you. But yeah, it is sats per dollar. Absolutely amazing. This is something I want to come on to soon. I want to mention something about this, and I am going to come on to it. But just keep that in your mind. Sats per dollar. Anywho, fear and greed index 73. You are very greedy. Lol. This is a good indicator as well. The fear and greed index is nice to have that there. Look at this is amazing. Address distribution, hodler type. This is something to actually discuss, right? Um, I'm gonna, do you know what? When I make the markers and stuff, I'm gonna separate this and then do continued of the dashboard. But this is something to actually monitor as well. So do you know what? I am going to be moving this. Well done, congratulations. I am moving this to something that I use as a tool now. Okay, of data analytics, because look at the data here. Do you know what? I need to pause this here. Hodler type. Just this will just help you understand how early we are into the Bitcoin technology. Okay, this new discovery. Just understand this. You are a shrimp if you have 0.1 Bitcoin to 1 Bitcoin. There are only 3,469,819 addresses which has 0.1 to 1 Bitcoin with a total of 1 million Bitcoin. Okay, that's around 5% of the supply. Okay, you're a crab, so you don't really need to worry about these words here, right? These are just to describe you as a holder. Yeah, hodler type. But yeah, 1 out of 10 Bitcoin, if you have that, there's only 840,000 people, roughly, I'm just going to say the top, 840,000 that roughly have, sorry, addresses. This is confirmed, right? There's 840,000 wallet addresses, right, that has 1 to 10 Bitcoin, and there's 2 million Bitcoin that are in these addresses. Okay, that's around 10% of the supply. So 10% of all Bitcoin is in 840,000 addresses. Okay, fish. So 10 out of 100, so 10 to 100 Bitcoin. That's the balance on their wallet. Okay, 134,000 people only have that, and there's 4 million Bitcoin on these addresses. 100 to 1,000, there's only 15,000 addresses that have that, and there's 4 million. That's 22% of supply. Okay, 1,000 to 10,000, there's only 1,940 addresses that have that. There's 4 million. There's 22%. There's 23% there. 4.5 million Bitcoin there. Okay, 10,000 to 100,000, only 92 addresses have 10,000 to 100,000 Bitcoin, and there's a 2 million Bitcoin, 2.2 million on these addresses. That's 11%. There's only 4 addresses that has 100,000 to 1 million Bitcoin, and that's 647,000 Bitcoin that are on these addresses, and that's 3.27%. What does that mean? These 4 addresses, because it's 600, potentially one of them has 150k, 150 like that, right? That's why there's only 4. One thing that you need to keep in mind regarding this, right, is I can have 50 different addresses. Right. So, like for example, Satoshi Nakamoto, apparently he's got around a million Bitcoin, but it's not all in one address. He's got so many addresses which are potentially associated to him, and they have like 50 Bitcoin, 50 Bitcoin, 50 Bitcoin, and together, adding it all up is around a million Bitcoin that he has. Right. So around 5% of the supply that he's got. Um, so yeah, one person can have a 10,000 on one and then one on the other one, and then there'll be a statistic in both of these. The question is how many people actually have it. But let's do the math here. Yeah, just some quick, simple math. 3.4 million. That's what 4.2, 4.5. Okay, let's just say 4.6 million addresses, right? And let's 10x that. Let's just say 50 million people. Do you know what? Let's say 100 million. Let's just amplify it. There's 100 million people that own all of these Bitcoin. There's 8.1 billion people in the world right now. Only 100 million people have all the Bitcoin that's out there. That's unbelievable to think about. Does that make sense? And the statistics that we already know about, which is what? Uh, BlackRock, Fidelity, ARK Invest, Grayscale, they already have so much Bitcoin. Okay, they already got probably like 10% of the supply already. I haven't checked that data right now. That's why I'm saying probably. But the thing is, you need to understand that aspect here. We're so early because don't forget when it goes to 5 billion people of the world have it. 3 billion still don't. I don't know. I don't know. They will do because everyone's got using money, right? So let's just say 10% is children that don't really use money. I'm just saying 10. These statistics are just coming out from nowhere, right? But let's say 50%, right? So 4 billion people are using this now. That's already a 40x of people. Yeah. Now, um, all these people are using it. This Bitcoin needs to divide into them. They need to have some satoshis, right, to be able to transact. It's gonna be crazy, the scarcity and supply crunch of this asset. Unbelievable, amazing dashboard. Anyways, let's move on. I can't like that's only 11 out of 21. Bitcoin versus gold. This is just some competitiveness because Bitcoiners, we all believe that. Obviously, Bitcoin's gonna surpass gold. It's just a matter of time, right? Total global assets. This is very interesting. Bitcoin has 2 trillion market cap right now. Collectibles is 6 trillion. Gold 19.13 trillion. Art 18 trillion. Equities 115 trillion. Money 120 trillion. Bonds 300 trillion. And 313 real estate. So Bitcoin realistically is supposed to be over, if it's replacing money. Look at that. Just say even if it 10x is right, that's $1 million of Bitcoin. That's 20 trillion market cap. Let's say if it 100x is, yeah. So that's what 10 million a Bitcoin. That's 200 trillion market cap. Over time, with inflation, that will happen, right? Because there's more printing of money that's happening. So naturally that will happen. That's already 10 million Bitcoin. Michael Saylor already says the fact that they believe that the base case is going to be 13 million Bitcoin by 2046, I think, or 2045, something like that. Oh, let's go back. That went over. But yeah, so very interested to see. I do believe that's going to be happening probably sooner. Okay, once everybody gets it in their head that, oh, do you know what, Bitcoin, I need some. As long as they're not getting the ETF lol, it will go up. Okay. Anywho, Bitcoin transactions. This is what this is showing. Um, and then Bitcoin wealth distribution. Do you know there could be a whole stream on just these dashboards? It's just amazing. Mayor multiplier. Uh, look at this is a very interesting one. The price of a house, US median house price in BTC, 1 year ago was 9.93 Bitcoin. 30 days ago was 4 Bitcoin. 7 days ago was 3.98. So as time is going by, it's a Bitcoin's value is increasing so much that you can just buy a property with 1 Bitcoin basically. Soon it's good. I saw this post, right. I'm not. It's not going to be here today, but there was a post showing zero for sale 0.1 Bitcoin for a house. That's how it's going to become. It's probably going to become less, like 0.05, 0. I think that Rajat, sorry, he's like 0.01 Bitcoin is going to buy a property. In the future, I don't doubt that. We're probably going to be dead by then, though. It's probably going to be like 100 years from now. But I don't doubt that. I don't doubt that that is where it's going. Uh, this is an amazing chart showing basically time in a different way, and the halvings. Okay. Um, Bitcoin power law model, Bitcoin stock to flow model. There's so much data here. Oh, I think this is new. I didn't see this before. Thank you, Satoshi. I think he added this in recently. Let's see if. Hold on. This thank you. Oh, does that move? I'm sure that moved. I'm just trying to see did he add Bengali in there. Thank you, Satoshi. I'm gonna break my neck doing this. Yeah, I don't think he's added Bengali in here. Arabi. Yeah. Tak. Tak, Satoshi. Oh my god, my neck. Yeah, anywho. Let's go on to the next thing. So this is interesting, and this is all it's about. You're not bullish enough. You really are not bullish enough. So check this out. Today, so this was Wealth Squad Chris CJ Johns underscore Johnson 17th. Today I bought 0.9 Bitcoin at $104,000. Remember, for every 1 Bitcoin, there's a 1 million. Sorry, 100 million satoshis. Yeah, Sats. So Sats is a smaller way of saying satoshis. It's like I always compare it to the Great British pound. £1 is 1 Bitcoin, and 1 pence. s- Sorry, 100 pence makes £1. And in this case, 1 Bitcoin, 100 million satoshis makes 1 Bitcoin. You can say 1p or 1 pence. 1p is like 1 sat. Okay. Anyways, so I spent 9,900 for 0.09 Bitcoin, which was gave him 9.4 million sats, right? Or 9,499,287 sats. Now imagine the future when $1 equals 1 sat. I, I spent $9,400 for $9.4 million basically. That's what it's saying here. To my kids, when y'all find this tweet, you're welcome. That's so hilarious. Like at the end of the day, um, this is what I'm talking about. This is generational wealth. This is what it's going to come to, where we're not trying to just give it for keep it for us. It's for our future generations. And the thing is, yeah, property, all that's value might increase overall, but not compared to how much Bitcoin is increasing. That's all it comes down to. Bitcoin is surpassing the return on investment than anything else, including property, and that's why people invest in property. It's something to look into, right? Something to investigate, something to research upon, and this is all I'm trying to do here. I'm trying to open your minds to try and understand Bitcoin further. Anywho, this was so funny. This was crazy. So I was actually going to my physiotherapist when this was happening, right? So stay tuned for 10 a.m. Big things are coming with a Bitcoin B. I don't know if you can see that. Let's see if I can zoom in there. Wow, I can zoom in. This MacBook is pretty good, isn't it? I just, oh my god, what's going on? How do I? There we go. I'm like double tapping my magic mouse lol. Um, so big things are coming. Stay tuned. Kraken, big things. Do you mean US Bitcoin Reserve? So this is what everyone was thinking about. And then what did she drop? Okay, so we thought reserves coming in straight away. Digital assets are the future, and if the United States wants to remain a global leader in financial innovation, Congress needs to urgently pass bipartisan, um, bipartisan. I can't read. Legislation establishing a comprehensive legal framework for digital assets and that strengthens the US dollar with a strategic Bitcoin reserve. I am humbled my colleagues have placed their trust in me to chair this historic subcommittee, and I look forward to shepherding BIP Artisan. I had to separate the words to read that. Legislation to President Trump's desk this year that secures our financial future. Senator Cynthia Lummis on chairing the Senate Banking Subcommittee on digital assets and her logo and stuff. So yeah, she's basically got a promotion. That's all this was. We thought it was so bullish that I had to mention this here. She got a promotion, so hopefully she's the one that gave the bill in the Bitcoin conference to get a Bitcoin reserve. And then what happens? So she also mentions this: the Senate Bank Digital Subcommittee will pass legislation promoting responsible innovation, consumer protection, eradicate Operation Choke Point 2.0, and make America the Bitcoin and digital capital of the world. This is the stuff that she's trying to do. Then what happens? Donald Trump, he goes to the World Economic Forum and says America will be the world's capital of crypto. These guys keep mentioning crypto. Then Crypto posts as well. Oh, sorry, who posts this? BT Archive. Crypto then posts breaking. Trump literally signed the Bitcoin and crypto executive orders, and the market does not understand. Okay, so what's interesting here is right that I need to put this here. Okay, so what's interesting is Trump signed a document, an executive order, to basically allow them to purchase like Bitcoin and crypto as a strategic reserve. He didn't even say Bitcoin; he said crypto because he wants other stuff. There's this whole thing going on regarding XRP and Bitcoin as well. I'm gonna come on to that, but I don't. Okay, I understand that he wants to keep Solana and XRP as well as a strategic reserve, but Bitcoin's the thing that's I think that's gonna get every country out of national debt and create real wealth in the whole world, right? This is bullish. This is bullish news for the whole space rather than just Bitcoin. Problem is, there's a lot of FUD going around. There's a lot of disputes and arguments. People like XRP maximalists of Bitcoin maxis, they're all arguing with each other. Mate, I just think at the end of the day, the superior asset will win. And yeah, the point here is, yeah, if I get it, some people are trying to fight and defend their country in the sense that they want their country to be on top of everything. I agree. The United Kingdom right now, they're not even doing anything regarding Bitcoin. That's making me upset, right? Even Bangladesh, right? I'm a citizen in both countries, so even Bangladesh isn't doing anything regarding Bitcoin. They're obviously having some political changes and stuff. Uh, it upsets me that both countries cannot understand what Bitcoin is, and are they going to be late to the game? I don't know. But look at this: Trump is already signing stuff to propel it to a certain extent. Do we need them? Do Bitcoiners need them? No, we don't. Because Bitcoin is going to be the most superior asset in the world anyway. It's the best form of payment as well. Uh, there's videos of me, for example, demonstrating the Lightning Network and how that works. And just settlement. It's just amazing, okay? Anywho, let's come back onto this. Michael Saylor then posts the crypto renaissance has officially begun. And then he posts from the White House presidential action strengthening American leadership in digital financial technology, an executive order. That's the executive order for this. Okay. Obviously, I'm not going to read through the whole thing, but it's just something that you can Google yourself and find. It's the executive order that's been put out by Donald Trump, or well signed by him. Okay. Bullish. 100%. This is bullish news. Uh, I would have preferred that he said that there's a Bitcoin reserve only because then hopefully other countries can follow because everybody follows the US, don't they? I don't know why Yeah, they're superpower. They're probably number one in the world right now. China, Russia. Look, I want world peace, right? I'm all in for world peace. Is there ever going to be world peace? That's a whole different other topic. But thing is, all countries are going to start adopting it. People are doing it on the sly as well. They're just doing it behind everyone's back. I guess it's a competition, then, isn't it? And that's what's going to happen. The scarcity of Bitcoin is going to decrease, increase so much that it's so scarce that it's going to be difficult to accumulate. And this is what I'm telling everybody already. Look, you should look into it. Okay. Um, Up to you. It's your future. It's your kids and your generation, your bloodline, that are gonna either benefit or not. So it's up to you. Anywho, let's check this out. This is something that I haven't read, by the way. I just put this up here because I wanted to read it with you guys. Let's have a read. So Bitcoin is this like an XRP and thing. Anyways, the best takedown of Ripple XRP on this website. It's not a cryptocurrency and has no use case. So this is what it's describing. There's absolutely no comparing XRP. There's absolutely no comparing XRP with Bitcoin. It's not cheaper than Bitcoin. It's not more energy efficient because it's not remotely the same category. The same way you can compare an Excel doc on my laptop with Bitcoin. It's a category error to compare the two. XRP isn't cryptocurrency. It's not meaningfully decentralized, and it's literally a token on a database maintained by a single entity and some unconvincing decentralization theater. It's equivalent to an IOU on my Starbucks app, lol, except worse because I can't even redeem it for coffee. I don't agree with that there. I understand that this guy hates it, but I'll come on to my opinions, right? Um, it's claimed and it's claimed an only use case as a bridge currency for remittance, was made completely redundant and invalid when people actually adopted stablecoins for that use case. No one wants to use a volatile illiquid, thinly traded asset as a bridge currency. No one. I agree with that. 100% I agree with that. Anywho, it's no use case. The only use case is lowering the cost of capital for Ripple Labs so they could bribe other firms to engage in phony empty partnerships to juice up their XRP unit price and excite the retail investors that own the token. Everyone knows this. The only way to break this feedback the feedback loop is to force the issuing entity to be accountable. I dearly hope the SEC sees through the smokescreen and perceives XRP for what it is, a shadow fraud. It's time to put an error. Sorry, it's time to put an end to this madness. It's total blight on the industry and embarrassment. Okay, so I need to describe some stuff here. XRP, what's my opinion on it? Let's come to that. XRP, right? It's fully centralized. It's not like, oh, this is hidden. A majority of it is owned by a company called Ripple, right? And XRP is the token that they created. It's owned by like a board. A board basically controls it. Now, governments do want to use it, from my understanding. That's up to them. That's the mistake that they're going to make. But they're propelling it, and that's what they want to do. Do I think XRP is something to invest in over Bitcoin? No, I don't. Bitcoin's number one. Okay, but I own XRP. I have some XRP only because of FOMO reasons. Okay, because at the end of the day, politics is too big for normal people, right? Regardless of if you're very wealthy or not, politics is too big, because there's just evil people out there with their own agendas. Bitcoin is fully decentralized. It's trying to take wealth into people's hands rather than the rich, right? XRP is fully centralized. I don't agree with it being used globally, but it probably will be. That's the fact. Bitcoin, I still would say accumulate it. Why? Because you can just use it globally yourself and there is no seizure of it. That's one huge thing, okay? Bitcoin, nobody can confiscate it from you, nobody can seize it. All of these other ones are on the blockchain which can be seized. Look at Tether. There's been Tether transactions where they've blocked transaction stuff. That's unbelievable. The whole point of this decentralization and stuff is the fact that I want control of my own assets, of my own wealth. It's a full self custody. Yeah, 12 words I memorized. That's it. GG. I can take my money wherever I want to take it. Obviously, follow the laws of the land and stuff like this, right? I don't ever advise that you don't do that. But the thing is, like, I wouldn't ever be like put all into these centralized assets. For short term, yeah, maybe you can make some gain. There's the argument that Bitcoin will always exceed the gains of these. Yeah, it most likely will. But the thing is, as I said, FOMO is a real thing, right? I'm a normal human being, so I invest in quite a few things. You can see that in my asset portfolio. Well, have I bought a lot of XRP? No, only 1% of my digital asset portfolios in that. Okay, uh, what do I hold the most? 80% Bitcoin. Yeah, and that because of the value that it increases, it's probably going to close to 90%. Do you get what I mean? 90, 95, whatever. Bitcoin is what I say is the best. Anyways, check this out. Then Jack Mallers, right? He's the owner of Strike. If you don't know what Strike is, it's a Bitcoin only exchange. Full Bitcoin here, Bitcoin Maxi. Emergency press conference. Ripple is undermining American prosperity, freedom, and Bitcoin. It's not only American, like, obviously he's fully American. It's undermining everything, like UK and Bangladesh. I say all of them because I'm a citizen in both countries and support all. Yeah, but the thing is, every country, because it's this control mechanism that the government want. They just want to control people because money controls people, right? With money, they can put you down onto your knees, make you work for them, make them, make control you. Okay, you'll do as they say because there's this powerful image that I need to show this. I need to get this up one day of a guy in prison and they put a key and like food. The guy's going for the food rather than the key because you need to eat more than the key, right? Even though you can just get yourself to freedom, and this is what Bitcoin is, in my opinion, a path to freedom. Okay, so anywho, so Jack Mollers does a whole video on here of why he believes that it's damaging the prosperity freedom of people and why XRP is a fraud. That's basically what it's being here. There's a lot of arguments against. Look at this Peter Schiff. I didn't even know that he replied here. So the money or the people needs a government bailout. The government's wasting taxpayers' money. I just realized I haven't even shared my screen with you. Lol. Anywho, this is basically what I was talking about. We've already gone past that. Lol. Next time I'll look at the screen of what I'm actually posting. But yeah, so uh, yeah, so that's what he was saying. But this is what I was talking about here. So I'll give you a second to read that while I read this as well. So the money or the people need a government bailout. The government's wasting taxpayer money buying Bitcoin only benefits Bitcoin owners who sell their tokens to the government at the expense of everyone else. Is an inflationary policy. I disagree with that. Anyways, let's see what Jack Muller says because he's more educated in this subject. Bitcoin isn't a bailout, it's open, neutral money monetary system accessible to everyone. A Bitcoin strategic reserve wouldn't require taxpayers' money. It's about reallocating existing resources into a deflationary asset and strengthens our reserves. As I explained in the video, Bitcoin benefits the public, not corporations. Listen, man, well done. Like Jack, seriously, this is what I'm talking about. This is the kind of people that we need, not corporations, governments, or special groups. If it hasn't benefited you yet, that's because you've chosen to incorrectly ignore it. That's not Bitcoin's fault. That's on you, my friend. And that's the truth. And that's a message to everybody here. If you haven't benefited from it, it's because you've chosen to ignore it, right? You choose to ignore Bitcoin. Fact is, it's just appreciating so much. It's it's fighting inflation. Okay. Anywho, where do you think existing resources come from exactly? You think of someone who just realized they went all in on Bitcoin at the top. What's he talking about? I went all in on Bitcoin over a decade. Jack, he's just finishing people. Existing resources come from our excess gold reserves if following Centralized Bitcoin Act. Anyways, somehow Schiff just owned Maulers, and it's the only time I agreed with Schiff. Okay, yeah, I don't agree with this guy. This guy's just a hater. He's been a hater. He's been saying it from like when Bitcoin was like in three figures or something. Listen, Bitcoin's the best. Fact is, there's there's this chart here that I keep. Okay, I need to come back to this just to add on to why Bitcoin's the best. It's the most scarce, it's uninflatable, portable, durable, international fungible, divisible, verifiable supply. There's only a 21 million supply. You can't just print it like the dollar, the pound, the every currency is decentralized and unconfiscatable. Okay, this is so important. Decentralization, unconfiscatability. Why? Because it's for the people, and that's what Jack is saying here. Okay, fact uh, is saying the fact that it, Bitcoin benefits the public, not corporations. Okay, corporations become monopolies, governments become monopolies, and then they control people. Whereas this is reallocating and shifting wealth to the public. This is necessary. Look at the argument here. He's saying here, yeah, sell the tokens to the government at the expense of everyone else. What's he talking about? Who's everyone else? I want to know. Well, who's everyone else? Like, if it's benefiting the public, that's all that matters. Because this is something that we can't forget. Okay, and I need to go full screen on this because I'm passionate about this. Governments were created, right, for the best interest of the public. Okay, this is a powerful saying, and this is something that I think of. Okay, the people shouldn't be afraid of the government, which people are, because they control you. The government should be afraid of the people because we should be the ones electing them. There shouldn't be no rigging. There should be that democracy there, right? But the problem is in society now, governments control you, and there's so much propaganda, media. I don't even watch the news and stuff anymore. Okay, I get all my, I do research and stuff, but I don't really look at the news and say, yeah, oh, BBC, they said the correct thing, or Sky News, or CNN, or Fox News. These are all propaganda. Okay, they just say stuff and they hate specific groups, and that's just what they do. Okay, just to brainwash the normal pleb. Okay, we're all plebs. That's what they do. They try and brainwash you. That's why I'm completely off the news and stuff. I don't agree with any of that. I do my own research to understand stuff. That's the only way you learn, okay? Because you can't look at what I'm telling you here. I'm showing you information here. But you, as an individual, as a human, you should be curious, right? And then you should be looking into stuff yourself because you're interested in that subject. Okay, no degree and stuff or education or academia really matters in that sense. If you have interest, go research into it. That's basically what getting a degree is all about, and going into academics, because you have that interest to learn more. And it's about what you want to learn about, what you're passionate about. Go into that. And obviously you might not be passionate about Bitcoin, but hopefully you are, and that's why you're watching the stream and stuff. But it's just this, I'm not trying to be a motivational speaker here. It's just the truth, right? This is what you need to do as an individual if you want to prosper. Anywho, let's go on to the next thing. This is a whole 360 on the subject, lol. Is it me, or does 105k Bitcoin feel at 60k now? He should have said 58k, lol. What's the next short-term breakout target? Okay, I don't really care about that, right? But I have been feeling this. I even said it looks like it's become stable now. Yeah, it's just gone around this figure. It's not moving. But if we actually look at it, just to show you, let's go into the 4 hour or something, right? Uh, Interestingly enough, yeah, this is very interesting. If you just check here, realistically, right? Sorry, I'm not trying to make it pretty or anything. I'm just trying to quickly show you. Realistically, this trend here, what happens is it goes up and just consolidates here, and this is the where it's consolidating, and then it should break out. Okay, so when it breaks out, it'll go really well. I'm not going to show the prediction here, but that's how it would. If it breaks down, GG, we'll see what happens. Okay, but that's just a sign there. Anywho, I've got a runny nose, but anywho, regarding this was just an interesting article that I saw. 18th of January. Millionaires leave Britain in record numbers since Labour took power. I don't know if it's Labour's fault per se, but what I do know is that millionaires are leaving the UK. But check this out. Millions have left Britain in record numbers since the new Labour government took power amid a crackdown on non-dom residents and sweeping tax hikes. The Treasury is facing fresh calls to reverse plans to abolish the non-domestic tax states in April. Anyways, check this out. The UK has lost a net of 10,800 millionaires in to migration last year, a 157% increase on 2023, and more than any other country bar. That's crazy, right? Majority of the departures have been to other European countries, including Italy, Switzerland, and as well as the United Arab Emirates. Yeah, some 78 centimillionaires and 12 billionaires have left the country. That's crazy. That's a lot of money leaving the UK. What are they gonna do about it? Are they gonna increase, better their laws? Basically, I don't know. We'll find out. It's just something I wanted to put to attention. Look how pretty that looks, right? Anywho, uh, this was interesting. If I bought the same amount of Bitcoin instead, it would have been worth $45,000 today. This piece of gold was worth $830 now. Lol. So this was I'll put that on mute, but it's just a piece of gold that he's got. I don't know how many grams that is or what, but that apparently would have been worth 40. Well, the whole theory here is the gold value compared to Bitcoin, and we have charts regarding that. Bitcoin's just propelled in value compared to gold. If you were to hodl gold, hodl Bitcoin rather than gold. Anyways, Crypto again. By the way, I like this guy, Chris. It seems like a very good guy. He's I think his values, like he always preaches Christianity and stuff, and obviously the people of the book, they hopefully they have good values. Do you get what I mean? So yeah, Chris, um, not like ever watching this, but if you do, hello. Uh, anyways, BlackRock just hits 60. Is that trillion? Yes, Bitcoin milestone. If you sell, you sell to them. What does that mean? Say you bought some Bitcoin, right? You're a multi-millionaire. You bought 500 Bitcoin, okay? And then, I don't know, you decide to sell it. You basically sold it to BlackRock. And BlackRock is gobbling it all up. Forget multi-millionaire. Say you got a normal job and you're just earning. Let's say you're on like 100k a year. Do you know what? Let's go lower. Let's say you're on what's the average salary in the UK? I don't even know. I need to search that. Just give me a second. Average salary in the UK. 34,900. Okay. Oh, I just realized I really need to sort this out. Um, hopefully, sorry. Look at this technical difficulties, right? Um, let's check here. So the whole last bit that I was talking about, you weren't able to see anything. That's absolutely amazing, isn't it? And this is the issue with live, lol. I need to get better at this. Yeah, that's what it is. I need to get better at this. Anywho, I've just skipped it, and yeah, I didn't even show you half the stuff. Anyway, basically, what you did miss, just so you can pause it and stuff, right? Just so you can have a read. But this is the article that I went over. Millionaires leave Britain in record numbers since Labour took power, and yeah, you can just press pause on this just to see what I was talking about, just to get an understanding. Then I went on to this, showing you regarding gold. That's the piece of gold that he had. And then I went on to the crypto, okay, regarding 60 trillion in Bitcoin milestone. But yeah, anyway, so say if you're earning 35 grand a year and you buy some Bitcoin, you buy, I don't know, 0.01 Bitcoin, which is a million Satoshis, and you decide to sell it, you're selling it to BlackRock, okay, because these big boys are buying it. You might be selling it, you might be thinking, yeah, I didn't make much money, I only made 100 quid. But the big boys are buying it. Why? Because overall, over time, they're the ones that are going to dominate everything, and they are going to try to take back control. And this is what it is. It's a control game here. Okay? You need to understand this. And finally, this was funny. When you sell for a 2x, but the coin pumps 100x after, profit is profit, and then you start crying, lol. Because you're dabbing, making it look like you made some profit, but really you're in tears. Anyway, lol. So that was basically everything that I want to show you. Hopefully you did enjoy this video. Okay, it doesn't look like we have any questions today, so yeah, if you did enjoy this, do consider subscribing to my channel. I really appreciate it. Do share this if you benefited. And funnily enough, this was like, I don't know why I wasn't showing everything today. I'm not well, lol. Hopefully I'll get better. But yeah, so do share this, do subscribe to this channel if you did enjoy this. And yeah, I release content very regularly. I stream twice a week now as well. But yeah, lastly, let's not forget, together, let's break free from the shackles of modern slavery. I'll see you all next time. Take care. Bye bye.